Hello, friends, and welcome to Get Comfy with Laura, the podcast where we dive into getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. I'm your host, Laura Cardona, the Buena Vida life coach, emotional wizard, personal cheerleader, healing homie, breakthrough queen, and your support in shaping a Buena Vida. If you're ready for more than just listening, I've got all kinds of juicy goodies over at my website, buenavida.life, or come say hi on all the socials at Buena Vida Life Coach. All right, y'all, let's go get comfy with the uncomfy.
Get comfy with the uncomfy. Don't hide it. I feel it. El camino es crecer. I rise again. Get comfy with the uncomfy. That's where I find me.
Giving back, recycling, repurposing, all that. There's just so much information out there. And it's really something that I believe we want to take care of our communities. We want to show up for our communities and do these things. But sometimes, what do we do? How do we do it? How do we get started? So today, we're talking to Erica and Carla Rocha, two sisters with a passion for fashion, who started this locally and are making such a difference. And they're so committed to it. I just had to talk to them. I just wanted to know what got them comfortable in building this community effort. They've built their own thrift store. They have just this beautiful mission about making sure everyone has some dignity, some clothes. No one goes unhoused. No one goes unclothed. It's taking care of their community. Let's get into it. She got it.
Did she? I think she messed it up.
No.
It's like
she did it. She did it.
Tetris right here.
Okay, I hope this is it.
This is it. You got it. You got it. Las hermanas Rocha. Las hermanas Rocha.
About to strangle each other.
As you can tell, we're a little chaotic. We come from a dysfunctional family. We thrive in this type of environment.
Yeah, this is what we love.
I love that it was, and Carla has said, what was in, I think it was in the questionnaire, you were like, we're for the desmadre. We're all there for the desmadre.
Literally, that's what we're here for, Laura. So thank you for having us and for welcoming our chaoticness.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What is this beautiful sign behind you, the M2L?
Okay, well, my name is Erica Rocha, and I'm one of the co-owners of M2L.
And I am Carla, her younger sister, who is a part of her journey as she created the thrift store. So yeah, we are More to Love. We are a secondhand thrift store here in Desert Hot Springs. And it's just a amazing thing we started. And it kind of started with my sisters.
I think it had to do with both of us. Knock it off.
What was the moment that you said, okay, we have to do this? Let's do it.
Hold on, Laura. Don't hate me. My kid is calling me.
No,
You know
no,
what?
it's completely, it's life,
Tell her the
girl.
background story.
It's life.
Yeah, so I'll tell you really what it is. So More to Love, I had started curating clothing like in 2017, 2018, a little bit before the pandemic. And then I was in college at the time, so I never really pursued it. And then maybe about a year and a half ago, my sister just decided to come up with a thrift store. First of all, because of the Friday nights on Pearson, which is like, we're from Desert Hot Springs, first of all, so there's like no clothing here. We had a Kmart and we had an Angel View, which are both non-existent now. We only have a bins of the clearance, which is just Angel View stuff. Whatever they don't sell, it goes to the bins there here in DHS off of Dillon. So that's where we get our stuff from. So they started this Friday Nights on Pearson, which is just like a little pop-up, kind of what they do at the street fair on Thursdays down in Palm Springs. They started that here. So she literally, that same week that it came out that they said, hey, we're looking for new pop-up vendors, she came up with the name. She came up with the business license. She had everything from permit to the tent that Friday, just because they posted that they're doing this. And she literally hopped on it. Like, I had no time to react. She just did it. And then she told me about it. She told me about the name, which was More to Love. And I believe it kind of started off with like plus size clothing and just being more accessible to, you know, our thicker babes because, you know, she's part of the community. I mean, I've been there before too, you know, we just fluctuate. So that's kind of where it started from. And that's where we are now. It started off of her kind of just branding off of being more exclusive and accessible to different types of bodies here in Desert Hot Springs. And now we're kind of doing more community reach and doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it really stemmed with kind of both of our ideas of just thrift store and incorporating, you know, accessible clothing here in Desert Hot Springs. And that's kind of how it started.
That's amazing. Let's back up to our friends here who do not know what the desert is out here, the SoCal desert. Because you keep saying Desert Hot Springs, blah, 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 but people don't actually know where we live
Yes,
out
I know. I
here.
forget I'm a desert rat and it's 760 Valley and I'm just surrounded by this desert and the mountains. So I forget no one knows. So we are out in Southern California. You may know Coachella. We're in that community. So Coachella Valley, which is a lot of Hispanic, Latino communities, low income, but fortunately we do have a lot of unhoused people here. So really there is so much, and there is also a lot of well-off people who are in Palm Springs, El Paseo, and they have a good retirement. So we are out in this area, which is just a little desert with a lot of resources and a lot of love, and we're here to kind of just bridge the gaps between, you know, what's available to us here in the valley.
Incredible, incredible. Yeah, I can't even actually express or explain how unique the Coachella Valley is. The fact that there's what's presented of the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs, is the beautiful, golf courses and the resort. What runs this entire place? It's not that. It's our people, right?
Agriculture. Yeah. I mean, we have people working in the farms in the fields, and it's like hot out here. Out here in the valley, it gets up to like 120 degrees. So it is not pretty. It is not, conditions that you want to be living under. And it's the sad truth that we have, yes, these awesome golf courses and Coachella. And then we also have the sad reality of people living in trailer parks and thermal and not having accessible water. So yeah, it really is such a diverse place, and I think we're just trying to bridge the gap between people who need it and people who have.
Incredible. Erica, so she was telling me how it came from the Friday night, and I forgot the name, I'm sorry, but the Friday night,
On
like
Pearson,
Erica
which is
said,
a little street here, the downtown of Desert Hot
the
Springs.
So
downtown.
big.
And how you were like, okay, and then like just a few days later, you had everything. You had the sign, you had the tent, you had all the ready. What got you where you were like, that's it, I have to do this?
I felt like I was stuck at my 9 to 5, and I wanted to give myself not something to do, but like a purpose, like a meaning. I wanted to be able to give back somehow, just to give back to the community. I didn't think too much deep into it. It was more like I want to be able to make people feel beautiful in their bodies, like regardless of size. Like that was always like my main goal. But it just flourished into like giving back to the community, and just it's more than just a thrift now.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, no,
sure.
I felt it. Oh, that's right, you can't see me. I'm wearing one of the shirts that I bought
Love?
from you. It was the houndstooth shirt, and that's where I met you. It was
Camera.
what's
The
that thing?
women's own business, and
Oh yes, yes, the
The
river.
river. That's exactly what it's called, the
yes.
river. And I remember I walked over. One, I saw you, and I was like, "Who's that?" And then I saw the shirt, and I was like, "What?" And I've been wearing it ever since, and it's amazing. And I'm wearing it in honor of that. That was about a year ago,
Yay! We
I
love to
think.
see
Yeah,
it. I'm sure it looks
yeah.
beautiful on you.
Oh, I'm so sad you can't see me.
I
So
know you too.
a couple questions, follow-up questions. This whole podcast is about not everybody can afford a life coach, but I'm hella intelligent, have a lot of expertise. So I said, how do I get the information out to folks that is accessible? Okay, a free podcast, right? Like people can sign up and listen to stories and hear people sort of like you talk about what we're doing and how we got into the space of let's do the thing that we want to do rather than being stuck in that 9 to 5, rather than being stuck in places that I don't want to say that we don't belong, but that we don't want to be in, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's what you two, I just loved you two so much, because I'm like, these two girls are doing very deep passion for fashion, which I love, by the way. Your passion for fashion and a deep passion for community. You're always like, free Palestine here, donate here, do that. So to me, there's something that is already innate in you. There's something that it lives inside of you that said, no, I have to do this. Because you could have done something else. You could have said, let's go into fashion, let's design fashion. But you're like, no, let's build something for community.
I think honestly, our whole journey just kind of happened. Like, I think even in our childhood, we never really had to think about things. It just was presented to us. And I think with this as well is like, it started with clothing and making people feel good. And it's just like everything is so interconnected. And the more that we keep doing research and just uncovering and just meeting people, we realize that we are so connected in every way. And yes, we're doing clothing and we're making people feel good, but we're also connecting people to IHP and to food stamps and to maybe someone that can help them with dancing. And it's just so many things that everything is interconnected. And the more we research about Free Palestine, we realize like, shit, that has to do with unhoused people here in the desert. You know, everything is hand in hand. So the more that we connect, not only with ourselves, but with the community, we discover that everything kind of works together and we bridge gaps in between these little things. So I think really like, as long as your values are there, which for us has always been, loving, love more. And I think as long as we stay true to that and stay rooted to what our intentions are, which is again, it's always rooted back to love, everything else just kind of falls into place. And I think that's where we're at, is that we know that we want to help people and that just starts by doing. And I guess we're just very blessed to have, I guess it's kind of a cheesy answer, huh? Like just go out there and do it. And as long as your values are there, which I think we've always had like that hustle culture within us.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
all people have, second generation, first generation, like we just have that hustle culture within us that even at school, like we would just,
Sell stuff randomly, like we were about that money, or like we're gonna help somehow my mom, my dad, like
yeah, I think, yeah, seeing like deficiencies within, just your family home is like, how can I help? What can I bring to the table? So we brought the table.
I love it so much. You said it might be like a cheesy answer, but no, I think that you said something so incredible, which is the key. If you connect what you want to do to your values, it clears it up. So the fact that
Yeah.
you already knew what your values were, you already knew you had hustle culture in you, you had love, and you wanted to love more. That is what, here, in my humble opinion, that's what led you to where you're at right now, and is going to continue to lead you to amazing, great places, because you're always leading with love. You're always leading with
Yeah.
that fun culture. You see it on your faces. You see it every single time you show up with your faces. It's just like joy,
We're like,
love.
I know.
It's the best. It's the best. Always rooted in love. Like, that's why I was like, oh, this feels like family. Like, I remember that little pop up. I'm like, there's something about this just feels very familiar, very safe, very beautiful. And that's why I just latched onto you guys, because I'm like, I love them so much. Like, it's
I know, we're
just
like, hey,
beautiful.
Prima!
Exactly. For real. For real. What does community mean to you?
I don't want to be too cheesy either.
Don't
To
be cheap,
me,
girl. Be cheesy.
I feel like without community, like we're really nothing. And like people tend to forget that like community is everything. Like we really don't need, like everything that we need, we have within each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's like without community, we don't really know what's out there. We have to step into a space that again feels comfortable, feels safe, which hopefully we can foster that here, which I think we're doing a pretty good job of. But yeah, community is really everything at this point. We can't really rely on institutions anymore. As we can see, they're crumbling everywhere, whether it's education, whether it's housing, whether it's your Medicare, Medi-Cal, like, you know, people don't have basic things that should be met. We don't even have clean water. We don't have accessible food, clothing, things that are just basic necessities. So again, when we come in and we host a fundraiser outside and we say, hey, everyone, we're going to be here from this time to this time, pull up. People come by with their cars and they have bags of clothes to donate with, and it just happens within a few hours. So I really do think community is everything. It's just a matter of having the available space and really going out there and putting the work to just meet people and again, be open-hearted.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's talk about some of the challenges that go into opening something that is community based. Because I actually want to go back to a point where we saw each other. That was the second time we met, and it was in Palm Desert in some some talk. You guys sat behind me, and then you were like, "Yeah, we want to do nonprofit." And I remember I was like, "Don't do nonprofit, don't do it."
I know. Yeah, and one of our questions there, actually, it was the Coachella Valley Business Club, Women's Business Club, which they've been a great help to, again, community, a free source, free education. But yeah, I think what happened there when we asked is like, what's the difference between nonprofit and, just maintaining your own thing? Or, should we be grassroots or should we become a profit thing? Even now, we really don't know where to go. I know I don't want to do nonprofit because, again, there's just so much to it. And that's what I hate about this, that I think we realize is that the business side of it is that it's so complicated and they do it purposely.
Yeah.
And there's like, you need a committee and you need to do this and you need to pass it through this and you need to send an email to this person. And it's just like, I just want to help this person that I see outside the street.
Just give me the funds.
And it really is. Even now we're battling, like,
should we do it?
Should we do it because we need the funds? And right now we're pulling out of our pocket and we're asking community, which again is amazing. And we're lucky enough to be able to do it. But how long can we sustain this to where it's like, we're not going to be able to have a shot because we're pulling out of our own funds? So again, it is a very tricky thing that I think we're still learning to navigate. So I really don't even have an answer for you. But again, I think it's difficult.
Yeah,
It is
hard. Yeah.
No, it is. And I got to tell you, I think it's so important, the point that you said, they make it difficult on purpose, right? Because we hear that all the time. We're like, well, I'm not good with money. I'm not good. I hate politics. I don't understand politics, right? Because it's confusing as hell. Like, that's why it makes it purposely. The language when you vote, look at all the things when you vote, like all the amendments. And, like, you're like,
they confuse you. Yeah.
Like, what does that even say, right? So it's purposeful. Like, it really is. Thankfully, there are resources, like you said. And, I here want to tell you that I'm a resource too. If you want any kind of business coaching in any kind of way, I'm here.
It's been amazing. Like, honestly, we're here because of people like you, because you guys give us insight to what you've been through. And you guys are just so real and honest and transparent, which again is so hard to find in these systems that are, again, purposely done for you to fail in a sense. So we appreciate you, Laura, and the spaces you offer. And again, you make people like us thrive, because we wouldn't really know where to go or navigate because we've never done this. Our families are, again, they're barely surviving. So it's just a crazy thing to have to navigate on your own. But again, community's been there for us, and look at where we're at so far. So
that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. There is still an element of, like, Erica went and got the tent. She got the sign. So there is something where you did do stuff. So,
she put the legwork in there.
So tell me about that, because I think that's important because, okay, so let's back up and say there's a young woman there's a young Latina listening to this podcast and being like, yo, these two sound dope. Like, okay, what did they do? How did they get into it, right? The idea is it's get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's what we end up doing, right? We got to get hella uncomfortable to do these hella uncomfortable things, like do taxes and go sign paperwork. And so go to
the city hall and do all kinds of paperwork.
And notarize, which is like the scariest, simplest, but scariest thing to do. It's like all these things.
And it's true. People were, they were asking, even for the pop-up, like, how do you do it? That, they were just so overwhelmed that how did you do it? Like, it was a pretty easy process. It just sounds so scary.
Yeah.
And they put the terms of, you need a permit and you need a license and you do this, but it really is like, just sign here and put your information
and pay some fees.
And like, thankfully, like, she was able to do it, and you've helped how many people set up a pop-up? A few.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Erica, go ahead. You've been quiet. Tell me all about
it. It's like little things that, again, we don't.
No,
because it is a big thing. Like, it just helps. Again, like, we had to figure it out. You did the legwork, which again she did like in a freaking week.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, literally, she texted me and she's like, "Yeah, I got the permit, I got the license. I'm an LLC." I'm like,
see, that's what I'm talking about. And okay, I'm going to pause here because I even want to talk about the fact that you're like, it's not a big deal, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, girl, how big a deal that is. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, people take years to figure out a name for their business. Years.
Literally a week.
I think why Pop-Ups was our logo the most, right? Like, that's what took the longest.
Okay, but see, you're going to all the night. You're like, oh, and how long did that take? A week?
Like 2 hours.
I guess, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. We make what we do small, and I will not allow it in this space because you were the bomb and you did
I
something
know.
within a week. And so I want you to talk and own it, and I want you to be celebrated for this, for real, because you're inspiring people. So like truly say that. I want you to own this business, this shit that you're in, and tell us about it. How'd you get into it? How'd you get comfortable doing it?
I'm still not comfortable, as you can see. It was just by chance. I literally saw that ad that they were looking for vendors, and I did my little research. I asked around, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Like, I can't wait for somebody to like give me anything. Like, I need to work for it, and I need to like maybe like do my part too. Like, and I did my part and we got here. It was a very complicated process as far as like the terminology and stuff. Like, I'm not the book smart sister. I'm not any of that. Like, that's Carla. But I did a lot of Googling and I just did the checklist of what I needed. I asked questions. I'm sure the guy that coordinated the event, the pop-up was annoyed with me because I would email
Like
him all the
blocked.
time. Yeah. We even hit up the mayor. We were like very like pushy. Like, I'm very pushy when I want something, I guess is the word. And I'm very annoying and I hate to be like that, but it's the only way I get.
Persistent.
Yeah, I'm very persistent. There you go. That's a better word.
Yeah.
I'm very
You're
persistent.
passionate. You're passionate.
Yeah, and I've been very passionate about M2L. But yeah, I did that, y'all.
Yep.
You gotta get your flowers. There you go. There you
But
go.
yeah,
That's what I want to see.
she would set up appointments with the mayor. She's like, oh yeah, we're going to be talking to the mayor today. And she was just, I mean, even to this day, she's still like going every week, 2 times a week to the women's club in Palm Desert to still kind of connect and network. So, I mean, she's pulling her weight. And I think that's what really helps us is that we have our strengths and we know where to play.
Yeah. There's so many things that I want to talk about and say because there's a few things that you said, which was one, and I so want to get into that. The idea that we tell ourselves we're not smart like that. We're not book smart. We're not this. We're not that, right? One, there's so much systematic things that went into place that made us not this way, right? You know how many times I say, I'm like, I'm not book smart. I have a master's degree. I'm hella fucking smart in my own way. Yeah. Nobody, I could run circles around some motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, truly, I had to learn that. But I had to learn that about myself. Oh, I'm smart in a different way. Yeah, I don't retain what the periodical table of elements is. That even the thing? I don't even know if I said it correctly.
We're in the American system, educational system. I don't know either.
You feel me? Like, I don't know what all that is, but you know what I can do? Start a business in a week. Like, just like Erica, just like you. That stuff that, to me, it's that idea of we have to get over that hump of what they tell us we are and start believing what we are. The power that we have, the magic that we have. You two are saying it right now. She's handling one part, you handle the other, but you both create something beautiful because, you're sort of like tapping into each other's secret sauce, the juice, right?
Yeah,
right?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, what do you think about what I'm saying about how we talk to ourselves?
I agree. It's something that I really have to work on. And people all the time tell me, like, I either have my really highs, like, I'm the shit. Nobody can fucking tell me shit. And my shit don't stink. I'm that bitch. And then there's other days where I'm like, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean? Or like, I just doubt myself. And it's like it's a battle within me that I do have to work on. But if I have to hype somebody else up, I will tell them the complete opposite of what I talk to myself about, if that makes sense, right?
It does, but it's real because that's the thing. I want this to be accessible information, right? I want a younger Carla, a younger Erica, a younger Laura to listen and say, all right, well, here are these 3 women who are saying this and that, and they're saying they believe that about themselves, but you still built a business in 1 week. You still did that. So to that girl, what are you saying to her? What do you want to say to her?
Just go for it. Don't doubt yourself. You're going to make mistakes on the way. Like, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to fuck up. It's not going to be the first or the last time. Just keep it pushing. You got this.
Yeah. Yeah. There is
Got
another
this.
thing that you said, a follow-up of, I've also, we bought a house and there was like, there's so many things that I didn't know what to do. And I just asked a lot of people a lot of questions. And I didn't care about being annoying because I'm like, I don't know. And when they looked annoyed, I'm like, get over it. This is your job, player. Answer the question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, answer the question. Like, that's what you're supposed to be here. Like, I don't know these things. Teach me. No one taught me. I didn't even see anyone do this. So I am teaching
Yeah.
myself. Keep going. So I love what you're saying. Keep going. You're going to make mistakes. Ask for help. I always say, ask more than one person for help. Like in the same sense, like email
Yeah.
one person, but email maybe a couple of them, their coworkers, because you're going to get different answers from different people, right? Okay, let's talk about how was it building the connection of your business to the community? Is there any pushback, anything like that you had to any hurdles that you had to jump?
I think we're going to start experiencing them as we start growing, because I know there is a lot of negative connotation when it comes to unhoused folks and, you know, the type of attention that it might bring in terms of, it not being safe, or maybe it's not cleanly, things like that. But so far, thankfully, we've had good push, good feedback from everyone. I think it's been a very easy transition from, getting to meet these people that need it most and actually building that relationship with them so that they trust us, they feel safe, and that they know that there's nothing in return for this. It's really sad to see a lot of the people that we come across, which again is a lot of unhoused neighbors, the shame and the guilt that they feel from receiving things. And I think we just have to reassure them that the community is giving us this thing. We tell them, and it's funny because some of our people that we meet that are unhoused have Instagram sometimes. So they'll text us and be like, hey, we're going to be meeting this place, and they'll let everyone know. So again, it's just going out there and building the relationship, knowing what they need and communicating. And then we take what we hear and we put it on Instagram and we say, hey, they need this, this, and this. Pull up. And people pull up. So again, it's such a cheesy thing, and it's so cheesy to say, but it's literally just going out there and doing it and really being intentional with what is my goal? What am I trying to do? Go out there and do it. And the results come in, whether it's going out to meet someone new or starting a business. It's like, it has to start with just going out there and saying, hello, how are you? How can we help each other? And things just start building. Things just start growing. And that's kind of where we are right now. So far, no pushback from anyone. But again, it's expected. And when it does come, we're ready to handle it and do what we
Yeah.
gotta do to keep going.
That's it right there. All right, y'all. So we had some technical issues, very rude, lost something, internet, who knows, but some of the files just did not upload correctly. So unfortunately, the end of our conversation was not available to be edited into this episode, but the heart of the conversation is here. We talked a lot about love as a business model, and I want to be very clear about what that means here. Building, creating, leading with love does not mean working for free forever. It does not mean self-sacrifice, burnout, or putting yourself last. And it definitely does not mean poverty. What it does mean is choosing to build work, businesses, and community without exploitation, including self-exploitation. You heard Erica and Carla talk about the very real struggle bus of sustainability, right? Learning as they go, asking for help. I mean, sometimes being annoying, being frustrated, and being honest about how complicated the systems are while still getting comfortable with how to navigate them. That's not romanticizing struggle. That's telling the truth. Especially for women, especially for Latinas, we've been taught to give and give and give, to hold everything together, to survive quietly, to do things alone. This conversation is about something different. It's about building and creating things with values and structure, care and boundaries, community and sustainability. Doing business with people, not over them. And this is possible, y'all. It is possible. Using love as a business model might sound a little woo-woo, I get it. But trust and believe, I am not advocating that you stay broke. I'm not. What I am advocating is this. Using love as a business model means refusing to build success by abandoning yourself. It means refusing to build success by abandoning others. That's what's going to save us. And it is possible. It is possible. Case in point, go check out and stay connected with Erica and Carla over on the gram at M2L More to Love. And let's celebrate their message. Love yourself, love others, love life, love always. Until next time, y'all. Bye.
Get comfy with the uncomfy. That's where the magic begins.
Thank you for tuning in and spending some time with me today. And we all know the podcast spiel. If you liked what you heard, please make sure to subscribe, follow, rate, drop a little love in the reviews. It really does help, and it helps spread the word. And hey, if you know someone who needs this, any of this, in their ears right now, please share the episode with them. And if you're ready for more than just listening, ready to shift, to stretch, to step into your own Buena Vida, then let's do this, yeah? From one-to-one personalized coaching to group coaching, fun workshops, and all kinds of other little goodies, all the info is waiting for you over at my website, www.buenavida.life, or connect with me on the gram at Buena Vida Life Coach.
I'm getting comfy in the uncomfy, dancing with the night until it holds me. Breath by breath, I let it flow. Even in the dark, my light will show.
You made it to the end, and here is the very last message. You can hold the hard. You can hold the discomfort. You can hold all that and still reach for joy and still reach for good. You can be scared and still keep going. You can get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And when you don't feel like you can, come find me. Until next time, friends, keep going, keep growing, show the world who you are, and never, ever stop betting on you. Thank you for listening to Get Comfy with Laura. This episode is brought to you by me, Laura Cardona, producer, me, researcher, me, audio engineer, me, editor, me, social media, me, expert, me, giving myself credit where credit is due. For more, head over to buenavida.life. Bye!